Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Taken down at the 30.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And there you go, Charles. A guy you liked an awful lot coming out of college, I know, making the stop behind the line.
Yeah, I thought he had the best instincts of any linebacker I'd seen in about the last decade. Crashed together with some tremendous athletic ability. Not bad for the first month of his NFL career.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll run again, and this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson got a man, and he hits him in stride. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal.
It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. 3 straight runs now, and that defense is held.
Yeah, we often talk about how the low man wins, right? Who wins leverage at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just that leverage. It's leverage with power. Who takes the line of scrimmage and moves it one way or the other? Right now, I can imagine the defense yelling at the offense, hey, guys, if I were you, I'd kick it. You're not getting in.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From his own end zone, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the deep.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Boy, this fucking game is ridiculous, fam. My goodness. Whole ass shit, boy.
He's going to hit an arrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Chargers have 2-2.
This shit is so crazy.
Trying to turn things into where it was.
Should get all the credit. Sometimes I think the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to be the for me? I just need to here. And they end result there. Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
What up, my guy?
What up, bro? Boy, playing this whole ass. Boy, this game is so cheating, Mike. Like I told you, I had them 2 breakouts, right?
Yeah.
So tell me why I get to the goal line 2 times, nigga get stuffed 4 plays in a row at the 1. Twice.
What?
And then look, I told you my DB supposed to get a pick, right? He got a pick on that play, roughing the passer. Like, what are they doing, bro? They taking everything away from me on this hole, bro. Like,
Wow.
my nigga.
What play did you run on goal line?
You say what?
What play did you run on goal line?
Bro, everything, bro.
Inside.
I had 8 tries, my nigga. 4 times, nigga. He stopped me 4 times in a row, nigga. Inside zone, power, stretch, nigga. All of them hoes, nigga. I'm like, bro, this game's so full of shit, dog.
Yeah, man.
And give me a roughing a passer on when I get a pick, bro. For the nigga I need to get it.
Yeah, nah, that's
Bro, come on, bro.
I be sitting there. That's one thing I noticed about the game.
Fake ass shit, bro.
You run an inside zone sometimes, and that will just part like the Red Sea. Like it's like sometimes it just Yeah, I don't know. It's like the inside zone will work when you don't really. It's when you don't really need it to work. Let's say it's like 3rd and long, and you run it over. You will probably get a whole bunch of yards. The goal line, man.
Gay ass shit, bro.
Did you end up winning?
I'm playing them right now, bro. I'm still in the second quarter, but dog, like nigga, I'm supposed to be up, bro. I'm losing 7-0 because of that shit, dog. Like 2 times at the 1, bro.
Yeah, I know you're running because you're trying to get the break.
That's why I keep running. That's why I ain't.
Field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Right back to him on first down. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 37 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Chargers 17, Ravens 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. And even 60 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Herbert now. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Howard. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now Jackson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. In the final first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Play action. Now Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, LA. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
For the opening play, the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hands it off out of the gut. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Eckler now between the tackles. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Up the middle with Eckler. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Eckler again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some room to maneuver. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards that time for number 14. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 22. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. Complete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Jackson on first down.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 from first. Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Chargers' 33-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to